Did you enjoy this movie?
I did.
Oh, man,
I did.
It wasn't like, man,
I did.
Martin, you wasn't like, yeah.
I enjoyed it.
That's weak. That sounds a little weak, Martin. I'm excited to be returning to Chicago, performing at the Lincoln Lodge for the first time for my own brand of sit-down comedy. Get your tickets now by going to doubletoastedchicago.com, and I'll see you soon. Oh, Martin, that nobody. He must be somebody, because he got a sequel. I mean, he looks like nobody.
I mean, he was nobody.
He was nobody. And I can see he just looked like, you just your average white dude in the elevator.
Yeah, average middle-aged white dude.
Yeah. We get approached by those all the time.
Especially in bars.
Yeah. We get approached by average white dudes all the time who talk crazy shit to us. But after watching Nobody, I was like, I'm not going to say nothing to them.
Right. You never know.
They might got some skills and beat the shit out of me. I don't know. And we say something to them, they turn around and start beating our ass like this. That's why I nod like, I agree.
Oh, yeah.
But turns out this Nobody has a name. Old Hutch has returned. Bob Odenkirk. That's his name, right?
Yeah.
And Bob, thing is, he kills people brutally sometimes, and that's what he does for a living. But I mean, everybody needs a break, man.
Of course.
I'm sure one time he really loved murdering people, man, and loved just breaking people's limbs and injuring people. But one day it just became a job.
You think he loved it at one point?
Yeah, I think he loved it.
Because it always seems like, I'd rather be doing something else.
Well, that's because it became a job.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
No, when he first started out, he was like, man, came home covered in blood. This is great, man. Man, this job's amazing. But you do it for a few years.
Yeah.
You get a family, you get some kids, your priority
wake
changes.
Up and it's just a job.
Yeah, it just became a job. Another day and no more dead bodies. That's all. At one time it was art.
Sure.
Now they're just bodies. This man said, that's why I need to be rejuvenated to love my job again. And what do we all do when we reach that point? We take a vacation. And so Hutch says, let me get the family together, because they already having problems with him anyway. They're like, all right, you know what? His wife is saying, I understand you ain't got the average job, but hey, man, you can't do it. Anybody with a wife, no matter what your job is, whether it's podcasting or killing people,
you're not spending enough time at home.
Yeah, you missed the kids' game. They miss you. The dog didn't eat today. You ain't had sex with me. And how long? You get home late all the time. Dinner's cold. God damn it! You got to spend some family time. So he says, yeah, you're right. So he decides to take a vacation. But just like any workaholic, it starts out well, but then this is a man who, he takes his work with him. So, he's beating people at the amusement park.
I mean, he's going nowhere exotic. It's not like one of those sequels where they go to Europe. He's going to Middle America to an old water park.
Yeah, old shitty rundown water park. But that's the perfect place to go. Yeah. Look, you go to Europe. Europe is full of spies and henchmen and supervillains. Going to some old shitty podunk ass water park should be just fine. But he takes his work with him, man, and before you know it, old Hutch is back at it again.
Back at it again.
But
every time he tries to get out, they pull him back.
Oh, yeah. But he really does have a reason getting into it. I mean, anybody would have done no, you wouldn't, because you're not a badass like him. But anybody would have done what he's done, or what he did, at least, to their abilities. And he just might actually be helping people more than hurting people. There's some people that might need him to come there and whoop somebody's ass.
Oh, yeah.
And plus, he's just kind of like, listen, and just like any other job, man, I got bills to pay. Hutch has a debt to pay.
Oh, yeah.
So he's like,
huge debt to pay.
They said, you really gonna be nobody if you don't pay this debt. So it's really hard for him to take a break. But man, that's the biggest question right here. Can Hutch just actually get a moment to himself to do what he says in this movie all the time, which is just have fun, make memories? I feel bad for this guy.
Yeah, well, we got a second movie, so apparently he can't do that.
Well, maybe by the end of it he can. And the bigger question is, was it worth this nobody coming back? Well, let's go ahead and take a look at this trailer for Nobody 2. You know what, man? I looked at this in the theater and I said, you know something? I can see why there's a higher rate of STDs at the old folks' home.
Sure.
You know, that one on the right can get it right there. Christopher Lloyd plays Hutch's dad, or Bob Odenkirk's dad, and they pick him up from the old folks' home, and boy, all them old hotties, they love him, man. And I know he banged them all.
Yeah.
But I was like, you know,
he's probably teasing some of them.
Yeah, you know, gotta take his time, you know, work his way around. Mm-hmm. But yeah, even in the theater we watching it, I'm like, look, you know, Granny on the right can get it, man. I kind of like her.
Let's do this.
Let's go right now.
I understand protecting your sister.
See,
no,
that was uncalled for.
No, that listen.
He's ready to walk away. Any of us would have been like, I'm gonna walk away, and that would have been that's too much.
Yeah, the grown ass man hit his daughter in the back of the head, and I mean, listen, anybody try to whoop somebody's ass for that. Mm-hmm. His wife would have been on his ass if he didn't do something. Right. You just gonna let him do her like that? He can't win. Why you always starting shit everywhere?
Look at what you did. Hey, come on.
Can't win. That's why this man needs a break. Needs a vacation.
But there are other ways to handle things.
I left my phone.
Hutch, no.
Yeah, she knows. She knows it's about to happen.
I left my phone.
I left my phone in this guy's face.
Probably that, did you?
Yeah. You wanted to de-escalate the situation.
De-escalate. No escalating. Guys, I'm not going to fight you.
Oh, bullshit. You better fight them. Yeah, we paid to see this movie right here. Somebody better fight somebody. Man, the setup for this movie is great. It is, I know we make this comparison all the time, but it is a Western.
Oh,
set
yeah,
in the
sure.
old ragged ass theme park.
Yeah.
Yeah, in fact, the theme park serves as the Western town.
Uh-huh.
I mean, you can draw analogies to certain scenes that are straight out of Westerns.
Right, right. The cricket law.
Well, the guy who comes to town and pisses off the sheriff, and the bad guy. You know, you always have behind the sheriff. You always have the bad guy running the town.
Yeah, the rich guy running the town.
You know, and you always have that scene where the guys, they tell him, hey, listen, get your ass out of town. Mm-hmm. You have until dawn
That's right.
to get out of town, partner. They have a scene just like that in the movie where they say, hey, we thought we told you to leave, old man.
You were told to leave.
So what are you still doing in town, old man?
I'm here with my family.
You know, what I like about this, and they didn't show you, is that he gets really injured.
Yeah,
in these scenes.
Yeah, because it's it's John Wick-like, except he gets injured.
I mean, yeah, he gets it bad in this too. Also, the sheriff in the town here is played by the crooked sheriff. He's played by Colin Hanks. Mm-hmm. It is just funny because Colin Hanks looks so much like Tom Hanks' dad. Uh-huh. So it almost looks like he's like the evil version of Tom Hanks.
Right.
Because I never thought Colin Hanks could play a bad guy like that.
Yeah. I thought I saw him in something where he was trying to look tough, and I was like, nah, son, it ain't working. But he pulls it off here.
No, here it's like, yeah, he's, I mean, listen, he ain't that tough. You know, he's going to still get his ass beat.
Sure.
But he looks like a guy, the average person be like, okay, I don't want no trouble. Uh-huh. Now, he's very good as the evil sheriff up in here, man. I think that it kind of departs from the formula of the Western, because instead of going in and killing the obvious dudes and saving the town, the movie has a lot of really fun twists and some surprising alliances that happen along the way. But yeah, I don't know, how'd you feel about this, man?
Well, it wasn't like the town needed saving. It's just within these people. He trying to save the town.
Ain't no, well, if you were saving the town, you'd be saving that ragged ass amusement park. And nobody cares about that park.
Yeah.
People just went because it was close and they just want something to do.
Right. Yeah, you know, one thing I give in its favor is that it is, unlike a lot of sequels, it's not just the same movie again with a bigger budget. It does depart from that. In as much as, you know, this one is much more played for laughs, and the fights are more elaborate, especially as you get toward the end. Yeah. And they do the thing that makes these kind of movies work, which is they give our protagonists a real good reason to go off on people. It's that, and you know, these movies work because as the viewer, you see an injustice and you want that justice corrected.
No, that is true because, you know, listen, it's satisfying to see Hutch take a break, man. It's satisfying to see Hutch get a moment with his family, see his family actually kind of warming up to him again. But ain't nobody come to see that shit. It's more satisfying to see Hutch give the bad guys the ass whooping they deserve. Sure. Because this amusement park is full of assholes, man. And there's a reason why. I don't want to tell you. There's a particular reason why he gets into it here. It's just not a big coincidence that here he goes. You know, they're not pulling a Die Hard. You know, I mean, it's a slight coincidence, but there is a reason for why things are happening.
Although the assholes do kind of come out early before it's even necessary.
No, that's the thing.
And they're not even connected to the bigger plot.
No, they're not. Because Hutch, you know,
because all that shit at the arcade was unnecessary.
Oh yeah. No, Hutch wants to be normal. So bad. Especially at this moment. He just wants to take a vacation. But there's always some asshole who's stirring up that rage. And he has anger problems. Yeah. He definitely has problems. But you listen, like I said, man, you can't blame him when a grown-ass man is bullying his daughter. And I love it. See, this is what's so great about some of these scenes about him trying to rest, because he tries to ignore it. He tries to be the bigger person, tries to be an example for his kids, but he gets around that corner. He's like, no, this shall not pass. Who else? No, Bray, no, you started this shit. Bring your big ass over here.
I know. Don't try to run.
He's sitting on that brace too. Like,
oh, you can't fight when it's not a little girl. Huh?
Yeah. At that look, no, man, it's cool. Yeah, no, man, we cool. No, we ain't. Get your ass over here. Ooh. Now, again, the analogy here to a Western, that would have been the big saloon or bar fight right there. But it's funny that they put this in an arcade.
Yeah, it's updating it.
Yeah. Updated in an old ass arcade because none of them games are real new.
Right.
Everything is ragged about this park over here.
Yeah, I mean, it's almost like, you know, this his whole plan can't work. Because when you see that park, you're like, man, you can't be taking your kids here. I know you loved it when you were a kid, but come on.
Yeah. He should have beat that park up because that park is dangerous. You can tell those rides, they haven't been repaired in years.
Yeah, it's like Action Park.
If y'all haven't seen Action Park, it was a park like in Jersey or something that was actually injuring people. And people kept going back. Yeah. It was a badge of honor to get injured at Action Park, man. Yeah, there's a lot of action at this park. Yeah, this park it's and you're right, they played up for last because even the commercial for the park it looks like something Tim and Eric would have done. Yeah, but it's very satisfying that first beginning, man, when this whole setup, everything that they're doing, from playing it up for laughs to the action, and a lot of times they combine the two. Mm-hmm. You know, it's the action's still good, but they are definitely doing it for laughs. Oh yeah. In fact, at the beginning of the movie, they do a whole thing where he's talking about a certain job and he's narrating it, and that it just keeps escalating. You know, he's beating up Asians in an elevator, but then Russians are after him. Then South Americans, Brazilians after him with machetes, and it's just and the way he tells the story is hilarious. So the action and the humor blends itself very well together.
It's a real good buildup, especially when it comes down to like, that's not what we asked you to do.
He's like, well, you didn't tell me that I had to do all of this. Like nobody saw a lot of shit coming on his job right there, man. Oh, Martin. And normally you wouldn't see an ad coming, but I'm not going to do you like this, sir. I'm not going to do you like this. Listen, it's too late.
It's okay.
It's too late to be met. So man, listen, it's late. I know you're tired. Look, I'm just going to hit you. You're going to see it coming. I'm going to hit you with that little ding-a-ling right here. There you go.
There we go.
There you go. Martin, even I don't feel like doing that. I'm like, man, do I feel like messing with my... No, I don't. It's late.
No. Good.
People have to give a word out to our sponsor, which is Shopify right now. With Shopify, you can get started with your own design studio where you have hundreds of templates ready to use. Accelerate your content creation with their AI tools that write product descriptions, page headlines, and even enhance your photography. Make it look nice and pretty. Make people say, ooh, I got to buy that.
Man, they do all the work for you.
They do. That's the point. You ain't got to do anything except get out there and sell. They have world-class experience in everything from managing your inventory to international shipping to processing things like, well, you ain't got to worry about this, though. Returns and things like that, you know, you're gonna do this fine, though. You know, somebody gonna always want to return on something, but Shopify make that easy for you. You ain't gotta worry about all that kind of stuff. What you need to worry about is getting out there and selling, and I'm gonna help you with that even more. I'm gonna let these people save some money so they can make some money, Martin Thomas.
Okay.
So if you go to shopify.com/toasted, all lowercase, you put that in, you'll get a $1 per month trial period. I want to thank all of you out there for your support, and I want to thank Shopify for sponsoring this portion of the show. So, did you enjoy this movie?
I did.
Oh, Martin,
I did.
It wasn't like, man,
I did.
Martin, you wasn't like, yeah.
I enjoyed it.
That's weak. That sounds a little weak, Martin.
I really enjoyed the first half.
Martin.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
I kind of thought so.
Yeah. Nah, man.
The way you kept praising the setup, I was like,
yeah. I think that the climax of this is the weakest part of this movie, man. I mean, it's because it's Home Alone.
Yeah, and we have a lot of movies do this. A lot of action movies, especially if there's any kind of comedy, but even just straight action movies, they go Home Alone on us.
Yeah,
and like even I was even disappointed. Like back when Skyfall did it, I was like, oh man, you too.
Everybody Home Alone,
Home Alone.
Man, so when we say Home Alone, so they're in the climax. Of course, they're in the park, but everything at the end takes place in the park, and everything is resolved very easily with a bunch of traps and a bunch of explosions.
Yeah. And
we're talking about high stakes. We're talking about armies of people just, being wiped out with a couple of grenades and some guns.
Armies of faceless people.
Yes.
Of faceless henchmen.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
they weaponized the park. And the thing that occurred to me as I watched it, because it popped in my head and I couldn't unsee it, is that all they did was set up those traps. I was like, it'd have been much simpler to take those guys out without the traps. by just hiding and throwing grenades or shooting them, picking them off one by one. You didn't have to. And how much time did y'all spend setting all this up? Yeah. Yeah, and that's another thing. We have people come in at the last minute. For those who are going to see this movie for the RZA, he's not in the movie that much.
Yeah, it was just like with the first one.
Yeah, he comes in sort of as guest star, guest star in the RZA. But yeah, I just felt like the ending was rushed. I felt like it was done too easily, and I understand that the emphasis is on action here. But as I said, when you present stakes that high, now that's the difference between a Western and this. You take out a posse of about 5 people and in the head bad guy, you're good. With here, we're talking about some very powerful people that are easily taken out.
There's just a lot of cliches and tropes that come with this ending. And really, it's like the whole setup for the ending. Because you got your, pull out of the kit, maniacal bad guy with limitless resources and just an army of faceless henchmen armed with guns who can't shoot, who can't hit their 2 or 3 targets.
And the way they prepared for this is such shitty writing. They we just happen to have this. Well, I ain't gonna say anything. They just happen to have the thing that they needed to defeat. Because if they didn't have all this, it's like, well, what were you gonna do?
Right. Because the obvious thing is to leave.
Yeah. But they're just like, I don't know what we're gonna do, but I have all this shit in here.
I just happen to have an arsenal.
We can do. I was wondering what I was gonna do with all these bombs and guns. Good thing we can put it to use now. It was just kind of like it was a plot device of convenience.
Yeah. So at the first Nobody, I loved it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it kind of came out of took you by surprise. You're not used to seeing Bob Odenkirk in that role.
Yeah,
and it not that it wasn't humorous somewhat, but it stayed mostly serious and grounded. And then when it got to the end, it went big and it was, a little sloppy Joe, but it's done all the work up to this point. It's like, hey, let's just have fun. And this one kind of picked up from that kind of tone from there. So when it got to the end, it was even more just like a big free for all. Mm-hmm. And I mean, it all depends on how you've been riding with it up to this point. Because if you've been having a great time, then it gets to that and you're like, sure, why not? Go for it. But somewhere halfway through, I was kind of like, I'm not enjoying this as much as I was. I mean, I'm not saying it's not fun. I know it's fun for people, but it's just doing too much of what I've seen way too many times. Yeah.
I really hate to use this comparison because we do it all the time, but it really did turn into a video game.
Oh, absolutely.
So from the point of having infinite ammunition, you had what do you call it? Like an NPC animal helping you.
Yeah.
That came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Again, just explosions galore, waves of guys, as you said, that were just there to die and be shot and be mutilated and annihilated. So yeah, for something that had a really good character set up in the beginning, something that had, like I said, all the twists with the alliances and all the good characters that they introduced, just to have it fizzle out at the end and just becomes something where just like, we're just going to shoot and blow up our way out of this ending right here.
Yeah.
And really have no connection to anything that they set up.
Yeah. Because part of the setup that I thought was interesting was in the beginning, finding out, where like the people he's working for is like, you're not working for a check, you're working to pay off something you did before.
Yeah, that was interesting.
Yeah, I know. I was like, that's a huge new wrinkle here. Right? Where are we gonna go with that? Well, don't worry about that. That ain't gonna be a thing no more.
Nowhere. Yeah, it was like Far Cry. And they brought in
yeah.
I mean, it's something for me. Like, look, you have to be a certain tone of movie to have an animal just all of a sudden be your friend and start helping you.
Right.
Because that's what happens there. He's like, they just run into an animal, and the animal's like, oh, yeah, if you need some help, I got you. And another thing that I wasn't crazy about in the movie that I thought I was going to like, something I thought was pretty fun and when it was introduced, is the main villain here. Sharon Stone plays the head honcho here, Ladina, and she's a psychopath who likes dancing.
Yeah,
anytime you get a psychopath and they're crazy, they dance all the time.
Yeah,
and at first she was cool because they showed her being really ruthless, and then after a while, she just became a generic villain who's spouting generic lines, generically sneering through the film.
What I don't like is people who try to fuck up my peace of mind.
There's some mini bosses.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
You got to fight through.
But I'm just like that.
And she just,
I know.
Trying too hard.
Trying too hard to be that psychotic villain who's just kind of, blasé.
Yeah.
And funny and kind of silly, but deadly. It's like, I have your operation is on fire here.
Yeah.
I don't know why you being all sing-songy.
Yeah. Well, I don't know why your ass is up here, dancing. Your shit is burning up. I don't care. I'm crazy. Come on, get with it, man. You get with it.
Yeah. Everybody wants to be the Joker.
Yeah. Yeah. Man, at the end of this, I felt like it was kind of bad, to be honest with you. But I enjoyed it up until the end. I don't know if you're ready to give ratings or not.
Oh, you can.
I give it a low matinee. I really did enjoy about 3/4 of this film. I think that ending is just soulless, man. It just has no personality at all.
Yeah, I would say I enjoyed 2/3. I know a lot of people are excited because of this director. Because
what did he do?
I want to say maybe he's Indonesian, but he's done a lot of action movies that people go nuts for, and the action is cool. It's fun. I don't know that it's anything that's like we haven't seen already. It works pretty well. But I watch something like this, and I think, you know what? When it really got to it, I preferred Ballerina because that wasn't setting up things, and it kept doing fun stuff like the fight with the what do you call it? The flamethrowers.
Mm-hmm.
Just stuff you're like, well, goddamn. Kept throwing things in there. And this just got to a point where it's just, well, we're going to do stuff you've seen, but you think it's fun, and we'll crank up the music and everybody will have a good time. It's just, I'm starting to see how, I always complain about horror movies being tropey, but action movies they've kind of gone that way too.
Oh yeah, they have been.
Yeah. It's just it's sad to watch that. And like I said, I was I had hopes for it, but the first Nobody, I thought it was such a good movie that it's sometimes you see a good movie and you're like, man, give me more of that.
Yeah.
And sometimes you see one you're like, that was good, just like it is. I'm not asking for more. And this is that more I didn't ask for, and it didn't really reach me. I was like you. I was thinking, it's a low matinee until we got to the end parts with Sharon Stone. I was like, this is a waste of her and all this. So it kind of dropped down to a high rental for me.
Okay. All right, well, there you go. I think it has some entertainment value.
Yeah, it does.
Hey, listen, and you just there for the action. It has a lot.
It does.
So, oh my God. Your ass fight down with you. I mean, it seems like that really made me love the movie in the beginning. So yeah, but I don't think it's, I don't think either one of us saying it's bad.
No.
So, there you go. Well, would you look at that? You made it to the end of the video. That means you really like us. So just go ahead and press that like button and subscribe while you're at it. And check out our other channels, our social media like Instagram, TikTok, and our Patreon, where we have new stuff coming up all the time. And we'll see you on the next video.